Hello, friends. Hello, hello. How are you all doing today? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Hello. It's good to see everyone today. Let me turn the music down a little bit for me. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing today? I am excited to be here. Super excited. We are on our third stream of the D&D mini giveaway. We are still working on the Owlbear. We're going to finish it today. I know I said we're going to finish it on Tuesday, but this time it's for real. We're going to finish it today. And then we're going to start a brand new one on Sunday. Sunday we'll start a brand new one. So this is what we have so far. And there's only a couple more things to do, so that's how you know we'll be done today. Fingers crossed. Cross all your fingers and all your toes. So let me go ahead and get the right windows pulled up real fast. Okay. Village Suma. My Dark Witch Dreams, Afora, Gory, Beauty, working my Owlbear, just posting the whips and critiques channel. Nice, nice. It's so much fun to see you all working on this project with me. You know, it's been quite wonderful. It's been fun. Some of the takes you all have done have been absolutely wonderful. It's just been glorious, honestly, for me. So I'm glad you're participating. How do you like it so far? It's a fun sculpt, right? So on my end, there's a few things we need to do before I can call it done. I need to thicken up the feathers again. I need to finish up the fur in the back of the legs and the paws, kind of like the paw details. The claw details, both feet and arms. Then I need to pose it. I don't know if I'm going to spend any time working on the... Oh, is my audio bad? Let's find out. Okay. How about now? How about now? Is my audio better now? Testing. Testing. Should be fine, right? It's because I bought a new camera and I was trying out the new camera. Thank you for letting me know. That's really interesting to know. Turns out I had to restart OBS. That's a good thing for me later. So I bought this new webcam. Well, it's not a webcam. It's a very expensive camera. And man, it's been a pain in the booty to get it set up so that I can use it while streaming. This is not it. This is the old one right here. The new one is not being used because it was having like a 2-second delay. So my audio was coming in before the camera itself. And then I had to delay the audio, that's why I was delayed here, but it wasn't working before, so now it is. So, before we get too far into this piece, so this is what we'll be working on finishing today, right here, Mr. Owlbear. Let's talk about the stream marathon and the prize. Who's ready? I know I am. So, what we're doing is, I am doing a stream marathon, streaming way more often than usual. I'm streaming Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays as opposed to just Sunday on this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time every one of those days. And we're going to do a handful of special streams in which we sculpt together 3 D&D minis, starting with the Owlbear. And as the name of the stream might indicate, there is a giveaway involved. Let me show you. So, we have a challenge giveaway for some lucky winners, but to win, you must participate. First place, you get a Sonic Mini 4K resin printer from Frozen, our giveaway sponsor. Second place, you get a month of free mentorship with me. And third place, you get a month of workshops from me and my academy. To participate, go ahead and take a look at the rules right there, or join my Discord for the very detailed rules. But basically, we're going to be sculpting 3 D&D minis. The first one is going to be the Owlbear, and the second two have not been announced yet, so you must come back and watch the streams in order to know. And then you're going to stage them in kind of like a D&D board scenario. The first theme, like I mentioned, is the Owlbear, and the other two themes are a surprise for now. The deadline is the 20th of July, and the winner will be announced on the 22nd of July. Even if you don't win or anything, you can still get a social media shout out, so make sure to tag me when you post your work. Alright, so I'll let the video play once again because it's a little fast still, and then we'll go from there. Who here is participating? Who is participating in this awesome giveaway? This is almost $1,000 worth of prizes. You guys know that? Or it might be even more. I don't know. Somebody do the math there for me. Thank you, Science. I'm glad you liked the piece. How did you do the fur? So I used the VDM brush for the fur. I actually did it live on stream, so you can actually watch that. Okie dokie. Throughout today's stream, I will be sharing with you a link from Frozen, and I will be sharing a little bit the rules again, just in case you need to get a refresher. But there's plenty of time to participate. Okay? There's still plenty of time. 12 days. It's not supposed to be something super elaborate, it's like more speed sculpt based. I don't know if I'll finish, but I'm following the prompts and hoping I'll be able to submit something. You got this, Dark Witch. Todos os runners precisarem board de D&D? Sim. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and continue. So let's go ahead and like just change it up a little, do the claws a little bit. I'm gonna take a little screenshot of this guy. What do you think is a good angle for him? And then we can go ahead and work with the claws. I'm gonna select the claws tool. Right there. And then divide it up. Maybe grab the Damien standard. It's already kind of set up with a little bit of an alpha that could do some nice stripes for us. So maybe I'll turn down the intensity because it might be a little too strong. A little bit of something like that. Just creating these simple lines, kind of like as a base. Solo it out. A little easier to see. Did you make the fur brush yourself, or is it possible to download it somewhere? So I'm thinking about making it possible to download. Yes, I did make it myself. But I did show how in my previous streams. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you can actually see it. Hi Dan Blinko! How are you doing? I feel like I haven't seen from you in a while. Seen from you? Is that a normal thing to say? Heard from you. How are you doing today? One of the OG participators of this channel. I'm just kind of cutting up these claws, so to speak. Let's look at it from far away. I want it to still print with a little bit of detail, but I don't know if I want to overdo it, you know? So we're gonna go from here. Check out little babe sparkles. Camera's a little off today. My cat's eating my friends. No, but he does knock them over. I need a special extra webcam just for my prints, you know. And soon I'll have like 45 cameras attached to my computer. It's probably been a year on Twitch. Doing good. How are you? Feeling better? Yeah. Are you asking me if I'm... Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, recovering still, I would say, but doing pretty good. No complaints, really. So, I actually didn't prepare any topics for today. Normally I don't prepare topics anyway, but normally I have something in my mind that I want to talk about. I don't really have much to talk about today. Everything's fine. I'm almost caught up with most of the stuff that I got behind on while I was in the hospital. Everything's chill in that case. A lot of my evil plans of career stuff are working, and my assistant and my video editor, like, I don't they always like I like to imagine that they always giggle when I talk about this, because I'm like, it's never just a plan, it's an evil plan, because if you don't have an evil laugh to go along with your otherwise not evil plan, it doesn't work. You gotta evil genius it, you know. It's just a matter of style, not intention, of course. But like I've had all of these like grandiose goals for the year, and I like to call them my evil plans, but really they're just stuff like collaborate with this brand, get this job, go to this event, you know. And I'm here like, yeah, everything's coming together nicely. But yeah, how are your goals going, guys? Did you have any short-term like 2022 goals? Are they coming along? Kind of took a break from chasing them? Maybe you've kind of hit a temporary roadblock? Must be an evil brand. No. You really upped the production value and your content. That's actually very recent, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I literally just created a new intro like just a few weeks ago. Otherwise, everything's been like practically the same since you've last been here. But thank you. Yeah, little by little making progress, right? Little by little. And yeah, just always continuing, you know. I'm trying to work, speaking of evil plans, like I'm trying to work on my longest streaming streak ever, because you've been here before, like you know probably that like I've burned out before, and I take breaks from streaming a lot. And so like I'm trying to like really get to a place where streaming isn't something that saps my energy, it's something that gives me energy. And I don't feel like I have to take breaks anymore. You know, that's what I'm trying to get to. Lately, it's been working. Like I've found some progress on that. You know, and it's all mind based. Like you can do the same content and you can stream the same stuff, but in your head, like if you're being too hard on yourself and you have like all these expectations and stuff, then it's much more tiring. I'm going on a very specific rant, but I think it applies to everything. What do you guys think? Like, even when it applies to arts, for example, like, you know, you can do the same amount of art as somebody else, but if you are being really harsh to yourself mentally and like really going crazy with yourself and your expectations, like you might burn out sooner. What do you think? I think so. Sparkles is busy there. Creating quality content is what he's doing. So I'm going to bring in a new brush, Diamond Standard 2. I'm going to just load that up real fast. I just have that saved to my drive. I think. And this one's good for like little cracks and little details. Let that come in. And maybe I'll take a little stab at it. Okay, I'm done with the nail jokes. But maybe if I turn the intensity up a little. It might need a little bit of help. I think if I come in here to brush, and then I do auto masking directional, I think it will look better. Oh yes, it does. A little bit, anyway. So I posted a video on Instagram today of this Owlbear. It's a expectations versus reality joke type video, and I'm like ridiculously proud of it. Quality. Trim dynamic. It's worth doing things that get mentally written off as easy or unoriginal, because sometimes the most fun is just getting results without having to stress about it. Oh my god, yeah, so true. So freaking true. Like, I think, like, I'm really coming to terms with the fact that we just care too much about what people think. Like who cares if somebody says our idea is unoriginal? Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, we're still building value, and that's something that I'm coming to terms about lately. Some person, I don't remember who, on YouTube, they were like, and so what if instead of like worrying about you're like having like low self-esteem or whatever, like worrying about being good enough, instead you worried about providing value to people and like what you gave them. Once you start giving people things and helping them in their journey, you'll notice that self-esteem issues aren't as prevalent anymore. And I was like, yeah, right, lady. Like, no, I don't think that's the case. So I was at NAB in Las Vegas earlier this year, and I was talking to some of the trainers over at Maxon, and one of them, this amazing artist who like does all these live trainings, right? And sometimes you gotta see somebody having the same struggles as you from the outside to realize that you've been thinking about it all wrong, or get new perspective. And they were like, oh my god, like I don't know how I deserved any of this because I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not good enough. And I'm like, you were just out on the stage in front of a billion people, giving them content that they wanted and answering questions that helped them, and you're worried about whether or not you deserved to be up there, even after you've already helped them so much. And then all of a sudden, like, it clicked. Like, I finally understood the quote, because like, you don't have to deserve it. You know, what is deserving after all? Like, that's totally just a man-made construct, isn't it? I was doing a collaborative stream with these fellow streamers, right? And they were talking about the concept of deserving, and specifically they were talking about people who have things come too easily to them and how they don't deserve it, right? And you really start to break that down, like, deserve it. Like, what is to deserve it? You know, am I getting a little too, like, wild with it today? But, like, I get existential sometimes, so you just guys have to just bear with me. Hey, Adon! How you doing? I'm good. How are you? But yeah, like, that is such a weird thing. Like, a tree doesn't become a big tree because it deserved it. It became a big tree because its seed fell in the right place, you know? And the conditions were right. Just a lot to think about. And then like this whole concept of being good enough, like it's flawed to start with. Because that's like a super subjective thing, right? And a lot of our brains are biased to not think we're good enough in the first place anyway, no matter what. No matter the evidence that might be presented otherwise. Right? I wrote this article on imposter syndrome for 3D artists recently. And um, it literally like the concept is, you all know what imposter syndrome is, but basically, for those of you who don't, it's basically even though you might have a career or even though you might be making progress, you still don't feel like you deserve it. You feel like a fraud. And not just that, but you feel like everybody knows more than you, and one day they're gonna find out that you don't know enough, or you're not good enough, or you're not talented enough, or skilled enough, whatever. So basically you feel like an imposter, and you feel like at any time people are going to find out the truth, right? And at the very beginning, I make it extremely clear. You think that despite the evidence, because there is evidence, otherwise isn't it crazy that like our brain would go so far, like in its own biases against ourselves, to ignore any evidence that says that we are good enough, and then to try to convince us that we're not, right? I don't know. What are your guys' takes on all of this? I would love to hear a little bit from you on this topic of, I don't even know how I got there. I don't know how I got on this topic, but now that we're here, I feel like that all the time at work. Yeah, you got some imposter syndrome to deal with. And like, there is no magic place that you get to that makes it go away. And that's one of the things we have to understand too. Like, one of my mentees was like, the thing that I struggle with as far as imposter syndrome is that I don't know how good I have to get in order for it to go away. It's unclear. And I'm like, of course it's unclear, because it's not necessarily a rational thing. It's not. It's irrelevant how far you get. There are people that are a million times more skilled than us, people that are getting paid more than us, people that have been working longer than us, that still feel the same way we do, or worse sometimes, you know? Some people will act out in anger, you know, like some people will sabotage others. And is it because they're evil, or is it because they are insecure, right? I always say that there's nothing more dangerous than an insecure person, and this is coming from an insecure person. I just have had that experience, you know. But yeah, like, there is no magic place that you get to that it goes away. In fact, probably the higher you go, the worse it gets, because like, you finally come to terms with the fact that you're like, let's say you're a junior 3D artist, right? You finally come to the fact that you deserve to be here, you're a good enough junior 3D artist. Well, then you get promoted to like something else, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm not good enough to be here. And then the cycle starts again. Trim says, my take is the same as before. Imposter syndrome is less than master conman smugness. Hi B. Hi Lord Poxy. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Am I on the right channel? Like, I gotta make sure. You get that awful feeling that you may, after all, not be on the right channel. People who stream on multiple channels know the anxiety. One time I accidentally streamed myself playing Ark to the Zbrush live channel on like a random Wednesday or something. What about the opposite where what about the opposite where you see really confident people but they aren't as skilled? I don't know, like, what do you want to do about that? Like, make them less confident? Confidence will get you really, really far. In every way. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, People are biased towards confidence. They like self-assuredness. I don't know what it is about it, right? I'm not some sort of confidence expert, but being confident is like 80% of the battle sometimes. And there will be people out there that know how to play the game. They know how to seem confident, even if they might not feel it at the moment. And they'll get that promotion, they'll get that job over you, or over other people. Like, that is a real thing, guys. Like, and learning confidence is actually, or at least learning to be confident looking, is a skill. Solemn and Jay, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How to win a 3D printer. Go ahead and join my Discord server for the exact instructions. It's bad to feel like this, but also good because you keep always wanting to improve, just need to do it in a healthy way. And so this is what comes back to what I was talking about before, which is like, it weighs so much more to do a task if you are being difficult on yourself mentally, as opposed to like just kind of relaxing and doing the task. You know? And so it could possibly lead to greater burnout and other things like that. I personally don't recommend it, you know? I'm not a big fan of imposter syndrome. I've started making a lot more progress in my life and career after I stopped being so hard on myself. It's crazy. Like, I talked about it in a podcast, or something, like, but the idea is that after I stopped being so hard on myself, like, I started growing faster. And that's like really cool, you know, for me anyway. I don't know. I hope to see more of the other side of the fence, so to speak, to be able to have a better opinion on it. There's a reason con artist is short for confidence artist. Really? Imposter syndrome also comes easy when you are naturally modest. What if you won first place but you want the second place prize? I suppose you can give up the first place prize and somebody else can have it. I am okay with that. Hey, Source Lord. Source Lord. I need more Sprite. So I'm allowed to drink Sprite now. Delicious. And I make the rules, so I've allowed myself to drink Sprite now. And it's nice. It's the little things, isn't it? But yeah, you know, because I'm gonna go get my more Sprite, and I'll be right back. I'll explain the rules again, and then we can keep going. How about that? Okay. I'm back. Hi, hi. So, where was I? We were detailing out the little flaws a little bit. I think I'm gonna try using the deformation tab. Save first, of course, and then we're gonna try adding a little bit of contrast. Hi, Nick. I'm good, thank you. How are you? So let's see, contrast. Let's see what a little bit of contrast does. Good stuff. I don't know if you guys can even tell the difference. Ugh, too much, too much. Walk it back. So basically just made everything a little bit more, give more depth. And here's the thing, like, I'm a pretty light-handed sculptor, and I don't do things with like a big impact normally, visually. So sometimes I have to add the contrast. I'm so glad the contrast slider exists, by the way, like, life-changing. But anyway, so the idea is that whenever I'm 3D printing, I use the contrast slider and I increase it. That way things look more detailed in the print. Looks that's funny. So he's obrigada. Is your book going to be done this year? Well, that's the freaking hope and the dream. I would absolutely love for my book to be done this year. Let's talk about my book. Love talking about my book. It's one of my top 15 passion topics. Refreshing. So, my book. For those of you who don't know, I'm writing a book. I've been writing it since November, I don't know, since last year, second half of last year. I took a break off of it, but I'm still doing all the research and stuff. Like, I've little by little been adding new topics to the book, adding new things. It was supposed to be a short book. When I started, it was only going to be 80 pages. Okay, so it was going to be like a tiny, tiny ebook. It was going to be like $3. Then, I started getting into it, and then now it's longer than The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is already pretty big. Well, it's not big, it's a smaller book, all things considered, but like, it's bigger than the bestseller of our generation, one of the bestsellers of our generation, so like, that's pretty cool. And it's not even fully fleshed out, so it's bigger than Paulo Coelho's book, but it's still in the draft, like, it's almost like bullet pointy, almost, you know? And I did have to go through a lot of phases as I was working on this book, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I can write, but I'm no writer. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess I am, technically, because I'm literally writing a book, right? Like, I'm a writer by default, but, I was feeling a little bit insecure around the execution of it all. You need to make more than a 12,000 or 1,200 pages, so it's longer than the Bible. Isn't the Bible like double page, like multiple pages per page, so to speak? Let me go back to alpha. We're gonna fix this situation here that we got started. God, this part here is really bothering me. I'm sure it's bothering you guys too. Depending on how picky you are. And, so I'm having multiple friends help me. Once the time gets there, hopefully it'll be nice. Because it so happens that two of my best friend here in the United States and my best friend in Brazil are two writers. Like people that actually spend time writing like storybooks. I attract writers. Maybe that's a sign, you know? And so hopefully they'll be able to give me some good tips. Maybe they'll read it, you know, and let me know. I'm also going to Brazil. I'm going to Brazil not next week, but the week after. And so I was thinking, you know, why don't I... Well, actually, the whole reason I'm going to Brazil is so I can focus on the book. So I'm going to, like, take my laptop, focus on the book, try to finish it. My mother's a published author, so maybe she'll read it as well and help. Ah! Damn it! Symmetry. Okay, I'm just gonna do the other side. My mother has her own book. Asterian, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Except I'm thinking about self-publishing, like, straight on Amazon. And she published with a small publisher. But she says it wasn't worth it. She says if she could go back in time, she would self-publish. Because the publishers didn't do enough, and they take a huge cut. Like, she was expecting them to do a lot more than they did, you know? But the idea of the book is that basically I've put together, like, over the course of my streaming career, I've put together, like, from giving the same advice over and over again, I've put together kind of like my 3 pillars of not, so I'm still struggling with the exact wording. I'd say that's exactly how writing a book is, right? But basically, how to stand out and have a stable career as a artist. It used to be as a 3D artist, but now I've come to terms with the fact that actually it can be broader than that. So how to stand out and kind of have a more stable career as a 3D artist. Like, that's my goal, right? And it's always been my own goal, personally, to have a very stable career. I suffered a lot at the beginning of my career. A lot of you guys know my story, right? And I literally used to say, I am going to make my career become something different so that I never have to do a job search again. That was my goal when I was younger. And to a degree it still is, but like the goal worked, you know? Hellcat says, yeah, you have to be careful with small publishers. It's like that in game dev also. Yeah, small publishers suck apparently, so I'll just stay away from that. I'm just gonna self-publish, keep most of the money. And then Jeff Bezos can keep the rest. Rip. And where was I? I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, the book. Search for job. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly where I was. Thank you so much, Yuri. So, you know, I decided I'm never going to have to go through a job search again. I'm never going to have to struggle. And ideally, I didn't even want to, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, the book has lofty goals, and I have lofty goals, and so it makes sense that I would write a book with lofty goals. The goals is that I not only want people to get the jobs they want, I want them to be able to be picky, you know? I want you guys to be able to say no to great opportunities if they don't do if they don't negotiate with you properly and things like that. Like, I want that level of competitiveness and that level of notoriety, you know? Maybe notoriety isn't the word, but I want empowerment, right? And that's what the book is about. It's about taking control of your own career, taking control of your own, like, career destiny, so to speak, so that you can so that you can be like that, you know, like and negotiate and stuff like that. And one of my mentees was like, Anna, can you please include in the book how to do a job interview, how to do a successful job interview, like what to do, what to wear. And I was like, honestly, that is exactly what the book is not about. The book is about getting the job before you show up to the interview. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so my book is being worked on, let's just say that. Hey Fucky, how you doing? Tudo bem? Ah! Hi Johan. And so I'm working on that as much as I can. I plan on having famous artist interviews in there. However, I've gotten a little shy about it because I invited someone and they like kind of like didn't want to do it. But like, I don't know, is it normal to pay people if you interview them for your book? Like, because I don't have money for that. And I don't expect the book to make, like, that's the thing, like, the book is it's a love project. I don't expect to make any money off of this. I like to say that if I break even, I'll be happy. Try to get rid of these little like furry bits here. You were at you struggle. Oh, Rahul, do you mind? I don't understand what you said. I wish I kept these separate objects. Is that a bowl? Bear owl? A bowl? I'm trying to do a little bit of fixing up here. Poopable beans. Hey, Endless Rage. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Ugu Busar, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Okay, we're almost there, everybody. Almost there. Home stretch. Whew. And then we're gonna set this off to print today. Tonight, I'm gonna do the first trial print. And hopefully on Sunday I can show you what the print looks like if it doesn't absolutely just fail. Because I'm still learning a lot too. I've been working on 3D sculpting and 3D printing on my own D&D miniatures using Nomad Sculpt on iPad. It's been a blast. Your work is amazing. Thank you, Endless Rage. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Thank you, Ugo, as well. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad you guys like this project. I've been enjoying this one quite a lot. Let's look through the layers here and find out which one has this like leg spikes from last time. You guys remember this one? Leg spikes, we're gonna take those off and then add better ones today. Oh, yeah, this is the layer right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to morph target this bad boy here. Okay, so morph target. Yeah, clean that up. Get us some better, I guess, base to do this in. And then we go from there. Yeah, I'm glad you guys, like, you know, normally, like, I don't know, I'm glad you guys are here. What 3D printer are you using? I have a Frozen Mighty 4K printer. It's absolutely freaking wonderful. I'll tell you that much. So, where had we done our spike brush? Yeah, and one quick question. How do you know the scale of the project to 3D prints? Can you scale it in the slicer program? You can scale it in the slicer program. Well, how do I normally do it? I think I have, I do, I think I cheat and I do it in the slicer program. I use Chitterbox. So even if they love your work, if somebody doesn't like you or how you look, you won't be hired. Is that the case? So what makes you say that today? Like, yes and no. It doesn't have to be how you look though. Like, if a place is worth working at in the first place, like they're not judging people by their looks. Like, who cares if you're pretty or ugly? Like, but I will say personality is a huge factor. I'm not gonna lie. Like, ask anybody. Ask anybody. They would much rather hire somebody who is personable, polite, professional, and has slightly worse work than somebody who has amazing work, but you can't be in the same room with them without wanting to strangle them. That is a real thing. Yeah. Oh, there's a different comment. I think your other comment might have gotten blocked. Oh, sure. I see it here. I got an interview once. They loved my work, but at the end it wasn't hired because I wasn't a culture fit. But what does that even mean? I'm a nice person, talented in work, and work done on time with quality. I don't know. I wasn't there. Like, I literally don't know. It could be anything. You know, it could have been one thing you said, and that's just the reality of it all. Like, my friend, he got an interview at this company that we all wanted to work at back when we were right out of college, right? And that was a big deal because, like, nobody could, it was really hard to get. And he accidentally said one wrong answer to one question. That's it. They asked him what he did to relax, and he said play first-person shooter games. And they asked why, and he said, "Because sometimes when I get stressed, I just really want to shoot something in the face." And then they literally just didn't hire him because they didn't like that. You know, you never know. It's like it's up to their sensibilities, right? Just always think of that one example. Because I like shooting things in the face. Well, how do I know you're not going to shoot me in the face? Hiring people is difficult. AF. Some people make a great impression at the interview, and some people don't. And sometimes the people that make a great impression, like, aren't even... They're just lying, you know? What do you do in that case? Boa noite, Vini. So the tail feathers, I do think I have a problem with the tail feathers. I'm going to fix them. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. There is a tail feather calamity ready to happen. I'm gonna support it with like extra mesh inside and also make them thicker. Yeah, we will be addressing those problems. Thank you so much for mentioning it, though. I just want my work to speak for me. Well, in that case, you might not want to work at a studio then. You might want to work like freelance. I'm just being honest. Like, honestly, if I could, I would sit with you and go over everything that happened in the interview and try to find maybe where things went wrong. You know? That's what I would do with my mentees. But we can't do that for everything, right? Vinny Lost, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. I might need another layer. Yet another one. Because, like, being a professional artist is, whether you like it or not, more than just making art, right? And oh, by the way, this is something I have to talk to with my mentees all the freaking time, like all the time. Like, they want to be freelancers, a lot of them, and then they don't want to do any of the business stuff. And I'm like, as a freelancer, you know, you're the CEO, you're the marketer, you're everything. Like, just like to get there where your work speaks for you, like, it takes a lot of strategic thinking that I know you don't want to apply 99% of the time. But guess what? It helps a lot. Like, behind every great artist you see, there's probably business acumen, research, connections, you know? Do you guys agree with me on this one? Or am I, like, way out of left field? Yeah, so we kind of fix those little lumps and bumps. I should have grabbed another morph target while I had the chance. I'm not the most talkative, but I think I'm able to be a good vibe. But I'm nervous around people a bit. But I warm up, though, in an interview. Oops, my bots decided to sabotage everything. I will sell myself more than what I believe I am, if that makes sense. Can you play the music you played last stream? So, unfortunately not. I got a copyright strike, even though that music was supposed to be copyright free, so. Ripperonis to that playlist. Can't trust anybody. I mean, I could upgrade Pretzel Rocks and get the medieval music through Pretzel Rocks, which I know is trustworthy. So Pretzel Rocks is a service I use to play music, but they only have a few free options, and the rest you have to pay for. If any of you guys would like to pay for it, it's $9.99 a month. Let me know, and I will make it happen so fast. I just like, this is not a business expense. I'm down to include it right now. I dream about work with game company, but it's necessary to learn so much stuff. I wonder if everyone who works in these companies know all the programs they put in the job advertisements. What do you mean all the programs? Like, it's actually not that bad. Like, you probably don't need to know every program 100%, you know, but you need to know enough to get by. Does that make sense? And that's probably less than you think. I'm gonna tell you something that I've always thought, even before I was a teacher, which is like, program learning is actually a skill set on its own. And the more programs you learn, the easier it becomes to learn new programs. It's a real thing. The easier it becomes. So don't be afraid to learn a few more, because it's going to make it easier for you to learn more after that and more after that. And then eventually you'll be so confident that you'll be like, whatever, like, I've seen this 1,000 times. Every 3D modeler has extrude, like, what else is new, you know? Stuff like that. So Zbrush, Substance Painter, Maya, Marvelous. Yeah, I mean, it's normal to know multiple things like that because they all serve a different purpose. I know all of those. I'm not the best at Marvelous, though, yet. I just haven't practiced enough. But yeah, like, just a little bit of time on each. if I had to give you some advice, I would say do some projects that include just a little bit of each at a time. Like, don't overwhelm yourself, you know? Maybe do a character that has clothes, but simple clothes, like a skirt, a cape. The easiest thing to make is a cape, so you can start there, you know? And then retop it in Maya, and then texture and substance, and just a little by little, like, start implementing more softwares into your pipeline. And the next thing you know, you won't even be feeling it. Yeah, like, trust me on that. And that's like kind of like the similar advice I give to everybody for everything, but also like for people want to become tech artists, but they're like environment artists and they're overwhelmed. Like, just do a little, like, add a little tech art at a time. You know, like, do an environment and add one tech art thing. I'll do my best. It's a good way to think. Yeah, you don't be afraid. Oh, I want to redo this part right here because it's like, it's too weird. I don't know. It needs the same treatment as here, so like you actually need to pull down the base before putting in the feathers. Otherwise they curl inwards like this. Not good. Let's find out what layer they're in, because like I didn't rename anything. Exactly what I tell my students not to do. This is why I wish my students didn't watch my streams. Okay, we just click one off at a time and find out where the culprit is. Let's create a morph target. Then turn that layer back on, record it, and just kind of solo that out, and let's morph target the bad spots. It does leave behind some, like, sort of like markings, I've noticed. The side thing is good enough, whatever. Okay, no, I'm not okay with this bit either, so we're gonna take that out. Talking about to learn stuff, Anna, after following method to defer, my owlbear is looking really better than before. Oh, so cute. What? Do you think a lot of artists have a fantasy view of how it will be working in a studio, and once they get there, they realize it's not what they expected? I imagine so. I can't think of a specific example though, but like I would imagine so. Like, it's highly romanticized. What would you guys think? Who here works at a studio, and what do you have to say about how you felt before versus after? Like, and this is a thing that I've been reading about a lot because I've been studying kind of like mindset stuff as usual, like I always do, right? And kind of realizing that, how do I put it? We always think that once we reach the next goal, or we fix that one problem, everything will be okay and everything will fall into place, right? This is super common, for example, in the cosmetic industry. Like, people will be like, once I fix my nose, everything will be okay in my life. You know, once I get that job, everything will be okay. Once I get the promotion, once I get the girlfriends, you know? People think that everything's going to be automatically okay. But the thing is that every new phase comes with ups and downs. This is just how the world is. The world is a place of polarity, and where there's good, there's bad, normally in equal amounts, you know? So your goal might bring you problems that you didn't even think about, you know? Oh, I want to be a famous Hollywood star. Well, now you are in a toxic industry with whatever, paparazzi broke into your house and you have a stalker. You know, just an example. Problems that you didn't even think about. So, you gotta be relatively... Oh my god, I just noticed my little screen is offset. You guys are gonna let me stream this whole time with an offset screen? The whole thing... Oh my god, my whole overlay moved. No wonder. Rip. I don't even know how to fix this. I think I'm just gonna not try. And so what you gotta do is, like, be realistic to some degree, you know? But also realize that a lot of the good feelings that you're looking for from the big goal can be actually had now. Like, you don't have to wait, you know? But anyway, that's a whole other talk for a whole another day. Hi, Rushboard. How you doing? Orange Munch, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so let's do this. New layer, just for the booty. Booty layer. Snake hook with AccuCurve turned on, lower subdivision. And we're going to make those peaks. I don't know where to put them. They put them more in the middle like that. Down here. Yeah, more in the middle. This is mostly going to be hidden by the tail anyway, hopefully. Once you become a 3D artist, hope to learn from you. Oh my god, yeah, sure. Buckle in. Might just go ahead and do the whole area. But it's fun to be a 3D artist. I like it. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't be here, right? Let's try it. Owlbear, my favorite magic card. I like the Owlbear as well. It's fun. It's cute. Little cute critter for us. Grab our famous brush. You guys have no idea. I posted a video about the Owlbear on Instagram. Speaking of which, follow me on Instagram if you're enjoying the stream. Follow me on my social medias. And more importantly, join the Discord. Not only is the Discord where the rules for the competition are, there's still plenty of time to participate if you're new. But also it's a wonderful place for us all to hang out together, chit-chat offline. You can talk to other artists, get to know each other, network, which is like a huge part of doing a lot of stuff in your career anyway. You can learn new things. You can participate in all of our challenges. We do challenges a lot. Thanks to Gus, my assistant. And, you know, we're doing a full-on giveaway challenge right now, so feel free to stop by and join and figure out if you want to get a printer. You know, it's expensive, it's nice. Might as well. Try it. Oh, and follow the channel if you haven't. And of course, I do have a 3D sculpting course or class that I teach every Wednesday in my Gumroad. Feel free to join that. This month's topic is creature design for games, movies, and minis, of course. And we already had our first lesson yesterday, but it's recorded for those of you who might have missed it. So it's underneath the 3D sculpting workshop banner on there. And we talked about a lot of the philosophies of how to think when designing characters. And next week, we're going to actually start sculpting our characters. We have 2 FDMs with our resin printer. For the context, it doesn't matter if I've never sculpted before. No, try it. I mean, go for it. Struggling. Struggle is real. Goodness, this area is gonna be mostly invisible. Kinda gotta get this little area done. I've been adding feathers for a while, haven't I? I've been doing this for 3 streams almost. It's what we call perseverance in my country. Feathers and fur and stuff. I want to keep it like nondescript. Like if your imagination says this is fur, then it's fur. If it says it's feather, then it's feather. It's like stalactites or something. Not my best work, but we can refine it, you know. There's nothing we can't refine. For Shaggy anyway, right? Oh god, symmetry. Rip. I wonder if there's like a better way to fix this problem. Oh, whatever. I'm thinking like, what if I tried duplicating, mirror and welding, and then just using like one of those projection brushes to kind of copy over just the thigh area to the original mesh. And that's something for me to try on my own time, I think, but still a good idea, probably. But I just came up with an idea for a new TikTok. There's this like audio that I've been wanting to use that I don't know how to use, so I think this would be a great opportunity. This is better than before, but not perfect. How do you start in this? Like, what do you mean in this? Like, in the, this project, streaming, what? Imagination, that's very awesome word. Thank you. Panda Fresh 7. Thanks so much for the follow. Negative. Good afternoon. How you doing? Guys, I'm gonna go turn on my new lights, which just arrived from Amazon, but it's kind of broken, unfortunately. But I think I can turn this on. Let's see. Because my old light broke. And then it came back to life and then it broke again. Alfred W7. Thank you so much for the follow. First time seeing it in action, not bad. Illuminated, at least. How did you get started in this career? Why versus other disciplines? Good question. So, the gist of it is... Screensaver off. Okay. The gist of it was that I've always drawn and I always wanted to be a concept artist. Well, not always, but like that was my thing. Like I used to draw characters. I never thought about 3D art ever. Like I literally it didn't even occur to me that it could exist. Oh, did I accidentally knock the camera open? He's like bitch. Don't worry, he'll be back. Circles! Come on! That's his hair. Come here! Come here! There he is. I know, he's wonderful. He's my little streamer buddy. It's okay, he's right here. He's just excited now. He or she's majestic. It's a he, and I think it's a he. To be honest, I don't know much about Sparkles, just like his general personality traits and what he likes. Look at this. Little bastard right here. So, let's see. How did I get started in this career? So while I'm petting Sparkles, a quick petting break, I might as well tell you, look at this. Like, he will literally not let me go when I'm petting him. I always wanted to be a concept artist and draw, and I wasn't sure what to do in college. I was in Brazil. I was studying to be a graphic designer because like that seemed like a fine option at the time. So glad I didn't go to graphic design school. Like, yeah, you have no clue how glad I am. Then one day, we moved to the United States. Me and my family did right after I got into college in Brazil, and I decided to go to game arts and design school because I thought that would be a good opportunity to be a concept artist. At that school, I was taught 3D art, and I hated every second of it. They taught us 3ds Max and like how to model like kitchen stools and things like that. And I hated every moment of it. But then one day we had a Zbrush class. It was character art for games. And man, after a 4-hour class, I was like, this is it for me. And so I kind of went into the career, you know? I really enjoyed doing it. My little boy, stay there. Stay there, chill out. Chillax. I love you, but chillax. If I don't put him sideways like this, he'll get up again. But if he might still get up. Now I ignore him. Nope, nope. And then I put him down again. There you go. If I put him sideways, there's less odds that he'll get up again, but he might still. These nuts bends to our will. Freckles is like a pretty obedient cat, if I'm being honest. He's trained not to go on the bed or anything like that. Like, it's a real thing. Let's stream in Spotlight. Oh, I know. I'm surprised anybody even goes on the About Me anymore on Twitch, because, like, it's like, you don't even see it anymore. It used to be, like, right in the front of your channel, but now it's like you gotta click stuff to get there. And then I'm gonna grab the snake hook. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. First I'm gonna save. Come on! Sit in your chair. You like your chair. It's your favorite chair. I studied games. Sadly, they didn't do a sculpting class with Zbrush. I've always wanted to learn that in Marvelous. Well, you can still learn. I mean, let's solo this out so that we don't suffer as much. Let's take off the dubstep. And normally I'd be okay with it, but you guys know that I can't deal with like any music that's like chaotic or anything. While I'm working and streaming specifically. I think I'm gonna turn the layer intensity down for this one to kind of just like step it back a little, you know? Yeah, I look at them, they're usually Nixie streamer I stop into. Nice. Yeah, I stopped updating mine a while ago. Do you think I should update it again? Okay, I'm much happier with this butt feathers situation. Okay. Although I did recently start a new position at work as a senior additive manufacturing engineering, I'm so excited for that. I'm excited for what? Digital sculpt. I started doing digital sculpting recently after years of hard surface modeling. The anatomy makes me feel like I know nothing. Anatomy is one of those things that you gotta master it over time, you know? Let's go ahead and add some structure to the tail. Sparkles is giving you guys a show, right? Giving you a show right now. Enjoy it. I'm gonna hide the base so we can get a proper view of those feathers. It's turning into a little owl butt stream. But before we get into that, let's talk about the challenge. If you guys are interested, there's still plenty of time to join the art challenge and possibly win up to $1,000 of prizes. Well, total. So let me... Thank you, JFC Wiley. Thank you. So, challenge giveaway time. As you know, I have partnered with Frozen 3D to give you a awesome challenge this time. First place winner will get a Sonic Mini 4K 3D printer. It's a resin printer with 3 bottles of resin. Second place will win a 1-month mentorship with me. Third place will win a workshop month with me. To participate, you're going to create 3 D&D minis in your own style, your own take, and you're going to render them all 3 together on a D&D board, simulated board. The date to submit is July 20th. All of the detailed rules are in my Discord. I'm going to put the Discord link. So far, we only know the first theme, which is the Owlbear. The second theme will be announced in Sunday, right? Even if you don't win, you can still get a social media shout out. So share your work on social media, tag me, and I will share it on my social media and have fun. Here is the link for you guys to check out. Frozen has given you a special discounts for watching the stream. So there we go. Right there if you want to participate. But join the Discord to be able to know the rules. And even if you don't feel like you're ready to participate this stream or this challenge, just know that we are doing challenges all the time. All the time. Okay? So how do I say? Feel free to join other challenges as well. We do them like almost every week. That's a little rude in chat. Rip. Anyway, so let's create some structure, like for actual 3D printing. So first I'm going to take this little like nub, and I'm going to like kind of spread it out so that it kind of can support the thing from the bottom. Going to turn symmetry, turn down the resolution. Oh, first let's make a new layer, of course. How often are the themes released? So they're released once a week. It doesn't seem like a lot of time left for the other two themes. So it's 3 streams per theme. This is the 3rd stream of this one. We're doing 9 streams. It's basically 1 week per theme. This one started on Sunday. The next one will start on Sunday. You can always do your best in time you have. I'm enjoying a lot. Yeah, it's not like a slow, super slow sculpting. Like you're going to basically speed sculpt a lot of it, right? And that's something to definitely understand about this process. What's this about a 3D printer? You can join the Discord and find out the rules in detail. Lord. I don't know if these need to be thicker or if they just need to be closer together. What do you guys think? I think if I can just stick them all down together or like fill the areas in between, that would be ideal. Looks like a discount is being blocked by my AV. I bet I've been reading about the Sonic printers, so perhaps catch them when on sale. Oh, what is AV? I say, completely clueless. Maybe like an inflate deformer or something might do well. Let's see if I'm going to destroy it or make it better. Let's see. Quick save. Oh, antivirus. Got it. Since you are on and working, I think I'll be on in a bit too. I had a huge setback on my piece, but But I'll see what I can get done. It's step back. That doesn't sound good. So the formation, and then we're gonna do a little inflate maybe. And then kind of takes off a lot of the video as well. Now that's a shot for TikTok, isn't it? You're always doing sales. We can also add more feathers. How do you make money on TikTok? That is such a specific question. How do I make money on TikTok? So I don't make a lot of money on TikTok. Like, I used to make a bit of money on TikTok, like maybe like $70 a month, which is like good enough, I guess. Like, I would have done it for free anyway, so what can I say? But then I kind of just undo a lot of that. I decided that I'm gonna go with the make more feathers route. But frankly, like, there's just, the creator fund is not that good anymore. Like, I'll get 1 million views on my video and get like $4 max. So it's not a good thing anymore. I would say, like, if you were looking to make money on TikTok now, you would probably want to do partnerships and like reviews and get paid by like other companies to do stuff on TikTok, you know? Oh, Don, no. That's so bad. I believe there are ways to fix this. But I'm not an expert on the retrieval of deleted files. That sucks. At least you can do it faster the second time, right? That's what I always say. Better and faster this time around. Fill any gaps with extra feathers. think losing files is like a lesson we all need to learn at some point, and normally learn the hard way, right? Like, nothing teaches you more than the sorrow of deleting all your files right before the deadline. It's a lesson you can only hope that you can get across to the people you teach, but normally they gotta learn it on their own. Gotta learn on your own. Hurts. And making them nice and tight might help a little bit, and then I can always just fill in the gaps with more of that nub to the rescue. Some intersecting is going to be absolutely necessary here. I have trauma-induced Control-S spam everything. Control-S in Zbrush might not be what you're looking for, because I think it saves a document, right? You probably don't want to be saving documents. Filling in all these little gaps. Would you model differently for a D&D character versus standard size character? Yes, you would. So basically, like, if it's a small one, you want to make the details bigger. You don't want to go too crazy with, like, micro details, because that's not even going to print. It's just going to look messy. Gonna simplify. But this is going to, even though it's a D&D mini, it's going to be printed pretty huge. So I'm being okay with adding more detail allowed this time. Draw Zero, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I believe I'm working on the tail again. I told myself I will never touch this tail again, and here I am, touching this tail again. Yep. Add this little floating guy here. We are almost done though. I think after this, we're just gonna pose it. I think we've gotten everything on my must-do list done. And I kind of already have a pose in mind, although I don't have any reference for it, which is not ideal. Fill out this little gap here. So I might have to stream a little longer today, get all of this stuff done, which is okay with me. Hope it's okay with you guys. Weird to be a streamer. Sometimes, like, ever stop to think about it? Like, you're just talking to anybody could walk in here. Just talk to them. Wow. Is the internet a fascinating place? I think so. Like, my channel literally feels like my house. I think that's a lot better. Still got some cavities and stuff, but I think we might be able to survive. Works for me, I'll be lurking while I work if I don't respond. Since I'm my save corrupted in a couple of games, I always create at least 2 save files for everything that I do, game study models, and alternate saving for over them. Interesting. I always just add another like iteration, so like Owlbear 1, Owlbear 2, Owlbear 3, things like that. I'm super curious about the next themes. You already decided? So I'm between a couple. I am between a couple of themes. But I can tell you it's gonna be a little different than this one. It's still gonna be a monster. It's gonna be like kind of a totally different vibe from the Owlbear, but still iconic D&D monster. Okay. Oh, the feet. Shoots. Gosh. Gosh darn it. The feet. Also this ugly little underside here. Okay, let's... First, I'm gonna kind of fix the painting situation we got going on with little feet here. The bottom of the feet doesn't matter because it's gonna be attached to the stand. We're gonna need to thicken this up though. It is looking a little maybe too skinny to hold on to the stand for me. Need more stability for sure. And make it way longer. Turn the plate back on. Not the plate, the stand back on. Just to see. And get a nice good grounding. How long will you go to pose from here? Will you have to dynamesh the fur zero mesh and project? That way you have a low poly. I already have a low poly. So we're ready. We're ready to pose, basically. We are ready. Put the claw back in. A little fleshing out. I don't want to. I wanted to go a little bit more crazy with the pose early. I just don't think I should anymore. I think I should keep it nice and simple. I was gonna do like. I think I'm still gonna do like a touchdown inspired thing. Gonna have the Furby backwards here. Maybe try for something different, you know? Oh, if it worked at all. Maybe a solo. Once you find that VDMs work better when there's like no other meshes around to like intercept. Or when you don't hit the corner. Last thing I would like to do today, if there's time, is literally I would like to put this in Unreal and on my D&D board in Unreal. What do you guys think? Ooh, a lot of lightning outside. Man, it's been raining like every day. I don't know how I'm gonna marry these two areas. Just put something on there. Yeah, I think we're good. Click save. Alright, now the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to try our best to how do you say? We're gonna try our best to pose this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and save a copy out. Oops, not that button. Give it a second. Sometimes it takes a second once you click the wrong button. It's saving. There it is. So now I'm going to make sure that I'm going to hide this base. Anything else in the file? And then I'm going to go to Zplug again, transpose master, transpose mesh, and let's hope for the best. I think the feathers don't have subdivisions, so I'm not going to spend time doing them. And in the meantime, I'm going to Google like Owlbear mini again, like I always do every freaking stream, right? Let's see some poses. Let's see what we got. So I was thinking like kind of like a touchdown pose with a big paw right in front, and then the other one kind of, you guys can't even see this, but like coming back to hit like this, but like more dynamic if I can. I like this one because it has a rock. Looks nice. Purpose wants to go out. Once you get up together, let him out for a second. Soon. That's pretty dynamic. Alright. Still going. Hopefully I can do this stream. Ah! There it is. There's the low poly. Not so bad. The feathers, unfortunately, are not quite right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some polygroups real fast. I wish the polygroups would come over with the transpose master. It'll be a little easier for me. Make some polygroups. So Control W. Control W. Those leg selections. Take off perspective makes it easier to mask. The arm is going to be a pain. I like to spend time doing this instead of trying my best to, like, you know, always be selecting and masking. I just like saving time. That's good enough for now. Eu imprimi sim. Uhum. E a minha impressora sim, ela tem uma qualidade absurda. E é essa que a gente tá dando de presente para o vencedor. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Something like this. I just remembered that a good reference might be a squirrel landing, so let me go ahead and grab some pure ref. And kind of like land really cool. That's cool, size left. Isn't it epic that they land like superheroes? Ah, obrigada, Toledo. Como você está hoje? First, I'm gonna twist the torso, I think. Oh, wrong choice. I always start with the spine whenever I do this stuff. Oh, God. And then mess it up absolutely. Need to soften that transition Or like move where my rotation is happening from. It's gotta happen from inside, right? Maybe I'll grab my gizmo. Manually put it in here. Where did this light closing, in case you're wondering? Ah, Vinícius, você pode ter muitas jeito. Você vai aumentar seu nível ao participar do challenge, não? Eu tô bem também. Obrigada. This girl's missing an Iron Man suit. Move that gizmo back into a good place. Around here. And then we're gonna straighten out the head later. And get the legs more crouched. Here. And one thing you gotta know about posing is that you gotta get used to the idea that odds are you'll have to fix the sculpt in some way. Really hard to get it, without any issues. What's going on with the back legs? So we've got one leg. I think one leg needs to go back actually. I scout this leg. And then do that again. Sometimes I even move things, which is like not normal necessarily. Pais Sola, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You're just posing this guy. And get the gizmo around where you think the joint would be. For the area, then unlock. I'll click it. And I'm just gonna get it flat-ish. As well in this case, manually masks out. By the way, there's a huge storm going on outside, so if I disconnect, you know why. Let's click save. Before everything goes wrong. Hi, howdy. Tomorrow's a very full day for me. I'm stressed out just thinking about it. I need you guys to distract me. Somebody distracted me. Say something. I saw you on Pixlogic stream the other day. Was it yesterday? It was last Sunday. Well, unless we're talking about when you saw the video, in which case it could have been any day. Yeah, I've had my own channel for quite a while. I'm gonna asp here. Asp pen. Just gonna get this area. Disarmed. Oh, word, my lord. There's been some destruction. I think I've kind of chosen the wrong spot for the... If I don't like the pose, I think I'm just going to sculpt it, or print it, depose, and be like, this is as good as it gets today. Oh, there's something wrong with the low claws. Man, it is, again, if I disconnect, it's because of the thunderstorm outside. It is ridiculously creepy. Oh no, the claw over here is also taken an L. I don't even know. Just cut it off later. I've lost track of time. I only cut it at the end of the live, so it must have been Sunday. How do you do your Instagram time-lapse videos? Oh, depends on the ones, but like for example, the one I just did for the for this guy, since I record the videos on since I record the videos here on Twitch, I just kind of sped it up, cut off some bits, and called it a day. It was that simple. Such a crazy combination of animals. Actually, it's a usual creature from DND. It's the Owlbear. And the squirrel is my own addition, but it's just for the posing. So let's try to improve it by already kind of having the head take its own position. Make it straight, of course. I don't know about D&D, sadly, the way that doesn't make it any less crazy. It would open and then rotate out a little bit. Ever been in a D&D campaign? Yes, I have. Not long before I moved to Florida. I don't remember if it finished right before I moved here. And then I'm about to be in another one. But I'm still, like, I don't know if I like my new character, like, that much. You know, I really like my old one. Thinking about her a lot. Trying to see how I would position my own hand if I was in a similar position to this. Maybe it's like change where it's last. I really like the little limp wrists, though. I don't know if I like those. I like the limp wrists. I'm gonna just stick with them. Whole thing needs to be pushed much more. I need like an intern, like a new intern, just to like pose this for me. Does anybody want to? I'm not even gonna be an intern. Please let me know, okay? I can pay. I would register learning Zbrush. So these mini sculptures are printed and used in the game somehow. So, theoretically, yes, it would be. Basically, what would happen is it would be on the board to like keep track of where you are and things like that. How did you make it low poly? So first of all, I already had subdivisions, so these are just the low polys I already had, but I used this plugin called Campos Master, so that everything becomes low poly together, and I can easily edit all of the everything. In one fell swoop. By the way, if you're here and enjoying the stream, make sure to follow me on social media and join my awesome Discord community of hundreds of amazing, talented, and very kind and supportive 3D artists that can help you through your journey. And you can get to know them, chit chat, network, things like that. See how much I can push this. First, I'm going to kind of like smooth out the situation here while I notice it. It's not pretty thick, but not this thick. Sometimes there will be issues and then we gotta fix them. And I'm not happy with the pose yet, but I like the little back legs and I don't know. Really familiar with the plugin, kinda sorta, I'll get there. Oh, Losers Arts, thank you. I'm glad you followed. Just joined the Discord. Nice. We'll push these particular arm in. Okay, let's see how this looks fast. I'm gonna quick save just to make sure that I still have all this stuff set up just in case. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to plug in, T-pose to sub T, and then we're gonna wait a little bit and see how it goes. Then I could really use a sandwich. I'm gonna just keep waiting and waiting. While we wait, let's talk about the challenge. Again, just a little bit to refresh you guys' memory. So, I am doing a challenge. The deadline is on the 20th. The first place is a resin printer, a Sonic Mini 4K resin printer from Frozen 3D, and 3 bottles of resin. Second place is 1 month's mentorship with me, and third place is 1 month of workshop with me. To participate, you're going to create 3 D&D minis. Only the first one topic has been released. You're going to submit by July 20th, and you're going to render them together as if they were on a D&D board. Basically, that's the idea. The first mini is the Owlbear, and the second and the third are just unclear for now. Okay? And even if you don't win, you can still get social media shoutouts. So if you post your work on social media, make sure to tag me and I will share it. Mr. Zat0, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Are you saving project or just up to neither? I'm actually transforming this into a I'm adding the pose in. But yeah, participate in the challenge. There's still 12 days to go. It's not a high, like, you don't have to like spend the whole 12 days sculpting, you know, it's a speed sculpt thing. Oh no. Did the tail nub come out of the feathers? No, it didn't. Let it do its magic. Huh. I really want a sandwich, guys. It's like that thing, like, do I keep streaming or do I eat a sandwich, right? Like, impossible choice. That's enough. Wish I could participate. Maybe there will be another one in the future when I'm leveled up and I'll participate then. Yeah, there will be. I have, first of all, I have so many challenges all the time. Normally with smaller prizes, but still, it's good to participate. Here. Don't be a little baby. Hear the thunder? Eat sandwiches while streaming. Oh, but who's gonna make the sandwich? Should I, like, do I just stream myself making a sandwich in the first place? We're gonna ignore that one long claw. So it's not quite right yet, but it's in the way, right? That side looks good. Gotta watch what you gotta do. Take breaks when you need, or things will get difficult. Perfect timing, actually. I need to get dinner too. The armpits actually didn't get messed up as much as I thought they would. I mean, this one's pretty bad, but like, we can just fix that, you know? Ah. Oh, sir, you've dropped something. Your frickin' eyeballs. Hello. That is a little bit of a funny moment for me. I was just trying to rotate the whole thing. Why is it not rotating all together? There it is. I need to get the feet kind of like similar to each other, right? So, before I go make a sandwich, there's this fun fact about me. Like, this is funny, and like I'm not that woo woo or anything, but ever since 2003, I've weird like this is a weird thing. Like literally, I swear to God, um, um, I always dream about water-based events before they happen. Exactly one night before they happen. So I've been able to predict, like I'm telling you guys, like I can tell you in detail every single dream I've had about a tsunami that happened at tsunami the next day. Sometimes right after I wake up, so like I'll wake up and the news of the tsunami has already broken. Like this is a whole crazy topic, right? But there's a point, I promise. And I never can do anything about it. I've even dreamt about the breaking of dams, and in one case there was even a mudslide in Brazil that I dreamt about, but it's never clear. Like I never know where. It's not like I'm there. It's like something's happening and then there's a mudslide, you know. And so there was this like dam that broke in Brazil that created mud all over a city, and I dreamt about that the night before. Things like that. It's so weird. Like it's literally weird. There's nothing. I have no other special power, and this is kind of useless anyway. But so I dream about that. Nothing else. No other predictions at all. Only water-based events. Okay, specifically tragedies. So yesterday, last night, or I was napping yesterday because I nap every day. Okay, and so I was napping, and I dreamt that I was going down this tunnel, like this subway tunnel, in a really huge rush, and there were like people in suits running in front of me and behind me, and like we were all coming out of this like subway tunnel. And then halfway through, there's like kind of a hold up. Everybody was going pretty fast, and all of a sudden the pace starts slowing down. We get to this part of the hallway, and there's been a spill. There was a water fountain there in the middle of the hallway, and it was malfunctioning. So the water was kind of coming out of the fountain, and it was all over the floor. And this is so funny. Like, I dreamt that everybody was like taking a little bit of their time, but like hopping over the puddle, right? Hopping over the puddle, and then like everybody behind me was really impatient. When it comes to my turn to hop over the puddle, everybody's like, "You sure you got this? Like, you're not gonna make a fool of yourself?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna try not to." So I jump over the puddle, but I only make it like 90% of the way. I splash into the puddle, and I turn around embarrassed. But when I turn around embarrassed, I was wearing my work purse that I take to the college when I teach. And so my work purse kind of flies out a little bit, and it goes around the water fountain, and it gets stuck there, and then the water from the water fountain splashes up all over me and inside of my bag. And I go, "Oh my God," I'm just so embarrassed, and like it's happening like in my work bag, like in my exact work bag. And then I just collect my stuff, and I just look at like the maintenance lady and the guys that were all judging me, and I just run out of there. Today I had a water bottle in my purse because I always take water to work, and then it exploded in my purse while I was walking between my car and the classroom. And I was like, normally I dream about like tsunamis and stuff, but like this is the most like little thing, like the most little funny thing like ever. It's never happened before. It's so specific. In the same bag. Gotta fix this area up a little. Retzel! Oh my god! my god, we got an OG in here. Wow. How you doing? How you doing today? I think we're gonna move the arm to be on the platform. And then this arm's a little awkward, right? It's like boop, robot arm. Cute X-Files theme. Life is fantastic. How are you? Good, good, good. Doing the same stuff as usual. It's kind of an understatement, I think. But yeah. Telling them about my very specific psychic powers. Water-based psychic. Over here. Have you had any good ice creams lately? No, actually, I'm on a special diet. I'm not allowed to have anything delicious or good or fun because I have a faulty gallbladder that needs. What's up? Please stop yelling at me. That needs to be fed in a very specific way or repaired. So, yeah. Unfortunately. So unless I can find some like fat-free ice cream, I can't have any ice cream. I've been having rice, vegetables, chicken or shrimp, which is nice that I get to. Ah, what happened to this feather? Might as well just delete it, huh? As far as like sweets, only like fat-free yogurt and some honey, fruit. Mr. Gulag Man, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I am now allowed to have Sprite, which is nice. I mean, like Sprite doesn't have any fat in it, but yeah, it could be disturbing to the health situation we got going on here. Earth juice, aka water. Like I would think of earth juice is like magma. VX Links, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. So we have to beat the Owlbear until the 20th. Owlbear plus 2 other speed sculpts. I'm making this easy for y'all. Let me post real fast that we're still live. Oh my god. So many things on my phone. I am allowed to have sandwiches, specifically like turkey breast. When will the next 2 topics be announced? So next stream, the next topic will be announced, which is Sunday. So Sunday it will be announced. What do you guys think about the pose so far? Like, I only like the back part. And I like the rotation of torso. I don't like what the arms situation. Oh, this means I have to do the bottom of the paw, I just realized. Put that foot down again. Gotta do a lot of damage control. So. I kind of like, you know, I think we can make it work. Let's fix some stuff. Looks like he's sneaking around, little sneaky bastard. I'll take it this far and then my intern can do the rest. I'm joking about the intern, but also not really. Like, if you want to be my 3D art intern, please message me on Discord. I will intern you. Why'd you like to pose, Rudy? How much do we have to know for interning? If you can use Zbrush and you can pose something, if you have patience, persistence, that's all it takes. Not even joking. I'm trying to do literally anything other than my baking job right now, and I'll learn anything. So let's go ahead and make a new layer to try to fix up this garbage here. This is Zbrush. And now it's a nightmare. We got kind of a cleaner slate here. Kind of stretched polygons, but we can probably make it work. First we need to get some spikes back in, the snake hooks, just like we did before. Hey, Harambe Art, how you doing? Flush out the area. Again, because it's been kind of destroyed by the posing. Yeah, it'll be to 3D print, but it's gonna be pretty big, probably. I'm gonna be honest. Try to fix this hooked claw situation we got here. Logical will go a long way. Okay. What's left? What do you guys think? Oh, the back of the paw, of course. Of course. Because I had to get clever with it and decide to put the back of the paw up, didn't I? So let's search for bear paw. The computer's like freezing up, poor thing. And for save. Just in case, you know. Keep it simple, but you can't leave it like super half done, right? Like that. Man, I'm really struggling with the laggy. Let's switch the back paws of well, our bears are basically like a human foot almost. Fill it out. The tutorial how to start using fiber mesh. I probably will have one out by the end of the year. A little hard to apply these. Literally what my video on Instagram was about today. A lot of 3D artists were felt very seen by my video today. That's funny. I think I might limpify the wrist again because I really like the limp wrists. So, quick save again, just in case. E o que tem a ver planilha com isso? By the way, if you want to join the challenge, there's still 12 days left to join, so make sure you join my Discord to find out the rules. Hey, Antoine. Antoine? How you doing? Post mesh. Here we go again. Want to get the printer? Join the Discord and find out how. It's a little nice art challenge for everyone. Lord Reaper, thank you so much for the follow. Do you think it will take too many time to get good if someone who already does drawing starts to learn 3D? There's no way for me to estimate. If you're good at drawing, it helps. But it doesn't mean you'll get good fast at 3D. It depends on like a million topics. Like how good are you at using computers? How good are you at watching classes? How good are you at taking notes? How good are you at practicing? How many hours do you have open on your schedule? Are you disciplined? Etc. I'm doing great, thank you. Doing okay. I mean, I'm a little stressed. I've become slightly stressed over the course of the stream because I realized how much I have to do tomorrow. Other than that, everything's great. Great. I guess I can't have it reach lower than the freaking platform, right? Then we move back to subtools. When did you start working with 3D stuff? Like, a good amount of time ago. Like, started learning maybe like 8 years ago. Yeah, I just started discovering your artist profile and I'm very impressed by the amount of how quality projects you show. How did you start learning the creature, human anatomy? I can't say I started with one or the other. I've always done a little bit of both. To practice, you know? I think it's important, depending on what you want to do, to try both. Human anatomy is trickier because we are way more trained to recognize it, right? So any mistake you make is much more noticeable than anything else. Of course, that doesn't mean that creature mistakes aren't noticeable, but you know what I mean. In the English with Catherine Queeley. Oh my god, it's almost 10 p.m. Let's push the foot down onto the platform. Then we'll be done. I mean, we don't have a stand yet for this, but when lack of time, we just keep it simple. Right? Extreme Mern, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And Frank Brox as well. Theo G Blackfire, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and SLW1 as well. Thank you. Boa noite, Wesley. Como está tudo com você? Detail. The neck got stretched, so same thing I'm gonna do for the back of the arm. Just kind of like come in here and just kind of add a little bit more noise, just to not make it so noticeable. do you guys think? I think we might be done. Whew. 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 Are we done? I think we're done. I think we made it. Thank God. We did it. We did it, everybody. This one was an exercise in restraint because I feel like I could have kept going and trying to push more and more. I'm going to try printing it out in a small format today. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll update you guys on Instagram. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, we're not done. I celebrated too early. I forgot about the mutant feather. So we need to delete this one. Little guy right here. Stop crashing me. And then I just split the whole guy in half. Perfection. Let's first choose the right subtool, why don't we? Yeah, that feather. Let's get rid of it. Ability. Geometry. Delete. A lot of the other stretched parts like don't really matter too much. And then I just kind of need to fill this gap here with extra feathers. Blake Dib, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'll help hide that problem, Mary. Oh, it's these. Oh Lord. I'm literally just gonna shove that back in. And then a mesh, that won't be a problem. Which step did you choose to stop symmetrical building, if you did? And imagining a seller wants to change the pose, do you have any way to get a neutral pose at this step back? So if you pose it while there's a layer recording, you can get the neutral pose back. You offer one-on-one lessons? Yes, I do. However, I'm totally sold out. But if you'd like, I recommend checking out my workshops, which is a small class. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Mentorships. I was writing mentorships, but my mind thought of workshops. Also, you can join the waiting list on my Gumroad as well for the mentorship. Okay. Alright, I think we are done. Hey, how do I win this 330 printer? Perfect timing. So, challenge giveaway. We are doing a challenge. The first place is the Sonic 4K Mini 3D printer from Frozen. Second place is 1 month of mentorship with me. A third place is some workshops with me. To win, you must participate in our challenge. The way you do it is you're going to sculpt 3 D&D minis on your own with whatever style you'd like. The first one is the Owlbear. The other 2 will be announced on Sunday. And you have until the 20th to do so. It's nothing too crazy. Just try your best, have fun with it, and submit it. All of the rules are in my Discord, in case you want to find the rules again and do it more calmly. So there we have the first theme is the Owlbear. And even if you don't win or you just want to participate, you can still get free shoutouts on social media. So there's the Discord link for those of you who want to learn a little bit more about it. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call this one finished. We're gonna call this little guy finished for now. I'm gonna try setting him up for 3D printing today. I don't have actually high hopes because I know that I've made some foundational mistakes, but it's okay. You know, we live and we learn. I will see you all in the next stream, which will be on Sunday. I'm going to stream at 5 p.m. on the Zbrush live channel, twitch.tv/pixelogic. Then I'm going to stream on my own channel here at 7 p.m. Central or Eastern. Can I pick any creatures? Nope. You don't need to sub. You can just join the Discord. But you can't pick any creature. You have to pick the 3 creatures that I say. Okay? Alrighty, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you all in the